So the way our money system works is that you create new money, then you loan it, you give it as a loan. So the debt, the amount of money that you owe the system is always bigger than the amount of money that exists. So there is an artificial shortage of money, and it always gets worse. Because what we do when we don't have enough money, we go and we borrow more money. We create more money and people borrow it. So the debt gets even bigger compared to the amount of money that exists. Now that makes sure that humanity will always be in shortage. That people will always have to... What happens when you need money and you can't get it?
Credit.
You take the loans, but to pay back the loans, even to get that money, to pay back the loan, you have to work, right? So you will be willing to work in a job that you don't like so much, right? You will be willing to allow your boss to treat you not so nice because you need the money. So it's a way of making people slaves, right? Because if we enjoy the abundance, we just eat coconut from the trees and we build our houses with natural materials and we just enjoy the natural abundance of the planet, then we don't go to work in a job we don't like. We don't go to be workers in a factory, you know, from 8 in the morning to 5 in the evening, working like tak, 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 because it's not healthy and it's not pleasant. But the system needs slaves, so it makes the system of money. And the last thing about the system that makes it really understand it is that in our system today, who makes the money? In our story it was the government. But it's not really the government who makes the money anymore. It's the private banks. So the private banks got the right to create the money from the government. When you go to the bank and you make a loan from the bank doesn't take this money from somewhere else to give you. He just writes in your account, okay, you take 1 million, okay, so I just write in your account 1 million. And actually by law, the bank can lend out maybe 15 times more than it has, right? So if it has 1 coin in the bank, it can lend 15, which sounds a little strange. How do they do it? Well, technically they just don't give anything when they lend. They just tell you that you have it, right? Basically your bank account is not money, it's just a promise that if you come to the bank, you will get this money, right? And because people normally don't take the money out of the bank, they keep it in the bank and they just transfer it from one account to another account with a check or with a credit card. So the bank know that they can promise people that they have much more than the bank has, which is a way of creating money. If you come to the bank has 1 coin, and you come to the bank and you borrow 10 coins. And the bank tells you, okay, now you have 10 coins and you can use them as money. The bank really created 10 coins, right? Because you actually go and you use that 10 coins as money. So you give the right to create money to the private banks. And now they have full control of the money supply of the entire economy. Interesting, huh?
What is the alternative?
Well, for starters, one thing is when you need new money, don't lend it, but give it in exchange for value. Give the money in exchange for value rather than lending it at interest.
Material money?
Doesn't matter. It can be electronic money, it's the same. But stop lending money, new money, for interest. And the second, take back the power to create money from private companies to government. So at least if somebody enjoys it, it's the treasury of the society and of the state, and not a private company, which is the situation now. Because if you control the flow of money, you can say, okay, now I'm giving a lot of loans, and there is a lot of money outside. So it's like a boom, right? And all the prices go up. And then after I can say, now I stop I close the tap, right? So the money doesn't go out. And I go after all the people that borrowed before and tell, give back your loan, give back your loan. So I'm drying out the market now, right? So the market has no money. So what happens? All the prices go down, right? And if I'm the one who's holding the tap, I can make it happen whenever I want. And if I close the tap, all the prices go down. It's a slowdown of the economy. And who has the money? I do. So I can buy everything for cheap. So I can buy, in the end, this is what you see now, that the ones who control the money, they own the media, They own the food production, they own the energy production, they own medicine, they own
Land.
Land?
land, they own politics, you know, they own everything. They don't care about money anymore because they control all the basics of the economy of the society. And this is where we are now.